Today, we're looking at some of the best intro bonuses available right now. Whether you're maximizing cash back for the holidays, trying to get additional points or miles, or planning out your next trips, there's probably an offer for you. Big favor before we dive into everything is to give us a thumbs up to help with the algorithm. If you know someone that might benefit, then share this with them. Starting off, we have the Capital One Venture X Rewards Credit Card. There's currently a limited time offer where you earn 100,000 miles after 10,000 spent on purchases in the first 6 months. So definitely higher spend, but also a larger window. This isn't the best choice if you're focused on cash back, since you only get 0.5 cents per mile, so about 500 in value here. It makes a lot more sense towards travel, where the minimum value is 1 cent per mile, so about 1,000 in value. If you do expert mode and transfer out to partners, it very much depends on how you want to use it, but 2 cents per mile is a pretty fair target, especially if you or player 2 is into premium travel. On the low end, you're looking at about 5% return on spend, and about 10 to 20% return on spend for travelers. There is a $3.95 annual fee, but it's pretty much a break-even card, and for a lot of people, it's the least annoying premium card out there, given its simplicity. If you don't have this card yet, then this is a great opportunity. The Capital One Venture X Business is pretty much exactly the same card, but for business owners. With that said, one big difference is a significantly higher minimum spend. If you buy inventory, if you have ad spend, then it's perfect, but otherwise it's a bit tough. For the limited time offer, you can earn up to 400,000 miles, and it's broken down into 2 tranches. For the first part, you can earn 200,000 miles after 30K in spend on purchases in the first 3 months. About 10K per month there. For tranche number 2, you can earn an additional 200K miles after 150K in spent on purchases in the first 6 months. The first part isn't bad, second one is a bit tougher though, and very much depends on your business. Finishing off here, we have the Capital One Savor Cash Rewards Credit Card. Here, you're getting a $100 credit to use towards flights, stays, and rental cars booked through Capital One Travel during your first cardholder year. That's in addition to the 200 cash back after 500 spent on purchases in the first 3 months. No annual fee card, and one of the better options out there. So it's a pretty solid earner for grocery stores, dining, entertainment, and popular streaming. Especially so if you decide to run a Capital One duel and transfer that cash back into miles to then transfer to partners. Moving to Chase, we have the Prime Visa. This is a great pick if you shop at Amazon. The standard offer is a $150 gift card offer upon approval for Prime members. Right now, it's basically 66% higher. Limited time offers $250 gift card with the same requirements through Cyber Monday. You do need to have a Prime membership to be eligible, but Prime also has a 30-day trial if needed. If you lose Prime while holding the card, it gets downgraded to the non-Prime version. The Prime Visa is a fan favorite due to the 5% back on Amazon, Amazon Fresh, and Whole Foods Market. Outside of the cost of the Prime membership, there's no annual fee associated directly with the card and no foreign transaction fees. To me, this is the best example of a low-hanging fruit offer, a card that's actually long-term useful and low downside risk if you decide to cancel Amazon Prime. Next up is the Chase Sapphire Preferred Card. You're looking at 75,000 bonus points after 5,000 spent on purchases in the first 3 months from account opening. $95 annual fee, but year 1 makes sense. For cash back, you're getting 1 cent per point, so $750 in value. I'm more than happy to pay $95 to get $750 for spend that I'm already doing. Even if you argue opportunity cost, the return on spend here is pretty high. Doing the math, $750 divided by 5,000 is 15% return on spend. If you care about travel, whether that's finding ski in ski out hotels in the winter or getting business or first class at a significantly lower price, points end up being the meta. Generally, I happily pay up to 2 cents per point. In that case, 75K times 2 cents is $1,500 in value, which would be 30% return on spend. In year 2, if the math stops working, you have downgrade paths to either the Chase Freedom Unlimited or the Chase Freedom Flex, both of which are no annual fee. Also still useful cards, which is nice. On that note, if you want to learn more about cards, whether these ones or pretty much any other cards out there, and you want to support the channel, we have links on the website, AskSebby.com, and also down below in the description box. Make sure the links are competitive, but otherwise, it's a huge way to support the channel, so thank you in advance. One that might be easily dismissed is the Aeroplan credit card. Even if you don't fly to Canada, this is a great top-off opportunity. You can earn up to 100,000 points, and there's 2 parts. Tranche number 1 is 75,000 bonus points after 4,000 spent on purchases in the first 3 months. Tranche 2 is an additional 25,000 bonus points after you spend $20,000 on purchases in the first 12 months. There is a $95 annual fee and no downgrade path, so you might have a tough decision in year 2. In year 1 though, it covers the key part of a business class flight to Asia. For example, to Taipei or Incheon, it's 75K. In this case, there's 2 seats. EVA is a 5-star airline and well regarded. It's not the most exciting business class, but pretty good deal even compared to discounted prices. Incheon would be Oceania, which very much depends on the product. So funny enough, we actually paid out of pocket for their business class a while back since we found a deal from Asia back to the US. It was about $3,000 for 2 people for the one-way, so our would pay number is about $1,500 per person for business class. That's why 2 cents per point as a target feels pretty fair to me. For Europe, you have a ton of options for Zurich, Frankfurt, Munich, and other Star Alliance hubs. For example, New York to Frankfurt through Lufthansa, or Boston to Zurich through Swiss. Also a reminder that you can transfer Chase points to Aeroplan, so you can actually top off and find a flight back to make it a round trip. Yeah, tons of value in year 1, especially if you are approaching things pragmatically. Rounding off the Chase list, we have a trio of Southwest cards. All 3 personal cards have the same offer. You're getting 85,000 bonus points after 3K spent on purchases in the first 3 months from account opening. Annual fees range from $99 to $229, and there are a ton of perks and features. The main draw for us, though, is Companion Pass. If you earn this, Southwest lets you select a companion that flies free of airline charges, and you just need to pay taxes and fees. The easiest way to qualify is earning 135K qualifying points in a calendar year. Transferring points don't count for this, but intro bonuses do. Our target is 135K, and the intro bonus and the minimum points from spend is 88K, meaning we need 47K more. Since you're only eligible for 1 Southwest intro bonus from the personal cards, the best option for the remainder is a business card. The $299 annual fee version has an 80K for 5K in spend in the first 3 months offer. That might make sense. For most people though, I go for the $149 annual fee version, that's 60K for 3K in spend in the first 3 months. There's also a very important tactic here, and it goes back to the terms. First off, you need to earn 135K qualifying points in a calendar year. If you earn half in 2025 and the other half in 2026, then that doesn't count. Also, Companion Pass is for the following full calendar year, plus the remainder of the year you earned it. That means that timing is key. If you hit the target in 2025, you're only getting it for about 13 months. On the other hand, if you hit it in 2026, you might be getting it for 20 months, depending on when you finish. Historically, and we don't know if this is going to hold true, but Southwest bonuses tend to drop at the start of the year. If you map it out, I think the data would agree. Given this, to me at least, the optimal strategy is to apply for the 2 cards now to lock in the higher offers, and then finish the spend in 2026 to maximize the Companion Pass. This has been a meta for a long time and puts you in a great spot if you fly Southwest. Last up, we have the Citi Strata Elite card. Here you're earning 100,000 bonus points after spending 6,000 in the first 3 months. $595 annual fee, but also a lot of credits. It is a bit more annoying than I would like, but it depends on you, and might be worth trying for a year. If you are looking for a break from other issuers, you might as well get an intro bonus out of it. It's also not a bad earner, but feels a bit more specific to people that travel and people that go out on weekends. Return on spend though is pretty solid. So 100,000 bonus points for cash back is worth 0.75 cents per point, so 715 value, or about 12.5% return on spend. For baseline travel at 1 cent per point, that's 1,000 in value, so 16.7% return on spend. Lastly, for transfer partners at a 2 cents per point target, that's 2,000 in value for 6,000 spend, so 33.3% return on spend. There are reasons why you might want to downgrade this in year 2, but for the purpose of the intro bonus, you're getting great value for a comparably low minimum spend. Again, if you want to learn more about cards, we have links on the website AskSebby.com and also down below in the description box. And if you're curious, all legal affiliate disclosures can also be found below in the description box. If you made it to this point, leave a present emoji, which I think is a wrapped GIF emoji, in the comments down below, and I'll try to heart it and also respond. 3 questions: which cards are you adding this quarter? What's your main focus for cards? And number 3, any good redemptions, whether that's buying something or a cool trip. Let me know and everyone else know in the comments down below. Big favorite, thumbs up, share this, but otherwise hope you liked it. See you next time.